And then looking at the next example, this is one where it looks like it's two rectangles together, but if you look at the lengths, this side is 24 and this side is 23, and then if you look the same thing down here, this side's 21 and this side's 20. So there's actually 1 unit length here that's extra. So what I did is I said, okay, I'm just going to worry about this side being 23, so that means this side will be 23 as well, and that this little unit right there is going to be 1. And I did the same thing and extended and made just one skinny rectangle all the way through, so that this side there is going to be 20, that side there is going to be 1. So if we're finding the area for our whole composite figure, we've got to find the area of the parts. So area is going to be equal to base times height. Area is going to be equal to the base for this one is going to be the same as that one, so 14 times our height, which is 23. So area is going to be equal to 14 times 23, so 322. And then looking at this one, area is going to be equal to base times height. Area is going to be equal to the base is going to be 12 times the height is going to be 20. So the area is going to be equal to 240. And then we need the area for this one right here, and it's a rectangle. So area is going to be equal to base times height. Area is going to be equal to, the base for this one is that length all the way across. And we could do 11 plus 9, but that doesn't give us the length right there. So we need the length from there to there. And if we look down here, we've got a length of 12. There we have a length of 9. So if we're looking there, the length between those two, 12 minus 9, is going to be 3. And we could also find it the other way too. This whole length right there is going to be 14. 14 minus 11 is going to be 3. So to find the base of this whole rectangle, you're going to do 11 plus 3 plus 9, and if you do that, the base of that one's going to be 23 times 1, the height, so area for that little rectangle is going to be 23 units squared. So if we find the area of the whole thing, area is going to be equal to 322 plus 23 plus 240. So area is going to be equal to 585 units squared. And if we do the perimeter, perimeter is going to be equal to 14 plus 23 plus 9 plus 21 plus 12 plus 20 plus 11 plus 24. And if we add all those sides together, we'll get 134 units. Looking at the next example, they could want us to find the perimeter and area for this one as well. So perimeter is going to be equal to all the sides added together. And if you look, some of the sides that we're looking at don't have side values on them. So you're going to have to take and use information that they give you in the problem to find what those values are. So if we look right here, this looks like a rectangle. So if this is a rectangle, opposite sides are congruent, which means this side's going to be 15 and that side's going to be 15. And then to find this side right here, this side would be made up of the 8 plus the 5 plus the 3. And if we add those all together, we get the base for this whole thing to be 16. So perimeter would be 5 plus 10 plus 3 plus 15 plus 16 plus 15 plus 8 plus 10. So the perimeter of that whole composite figure would be 82 units. And if we did the area The area is going to, and I've already divided in the two separate rectangles. Area for this one, base times height, area is going to be equal to 15 times 16. So area is going to be equal to 240. Now if we find the area for this one, area is going to be equal to base times height. Area is going to be equal to 5 times 10. So the area is going to be equal to 50. So we would have the area of 240 plus the area of 50. So the area of the whole figure together is going to be 290 units squared. And looking at the last example, again, they gave us a side without a length if we're looking for the perimeter. So we've got 5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 17. And if we add those all together, that'll give us a side length here of 30. So if we do the perimeter, perimeter is going to be equal to 30 plus 17 plus 17 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 23 plus 8 plus 23 plus 5 plus 4, and they don't give us this side length here, so we'll do 5 plus 8 plus 5. So if we look from there to there, there to there, and there to there, and that'll give us 18. So plus 4 plus 18 plus 5 plus 13, that'll give us a perimeter of 176 units. And then looking for the area of the composite figure, we're looking to add up all the different parts that we see within that. So wherever you see the parts is wherever you divide it. Whenever I look at this, I see a smaller rectangle there, a rectangle there, and a rectangle here. So if we find the area for each of the individual rectangles, area for this one is going to be equal to base times height. So area is going to be equal to the base is 17 times 4. The area is going to be equal to 68. And then looking at this one, we've got 13 by 30. So area base times height. Area is going to be 30 times the height is 13. So the area is going to be equal to 390. And then looking at this one, area again, base times height. Area is going to be equal to 4 times 18. Area is going to be equal to 72. And then looking at this last one, area is going to be equal to base is 23 times the height is 8. So the area is going to be equal to 184. And if we take all the different areas and add them together, that'll give us our composite figure. 390 plus 68 plus 72 plus 184. Will give us a composite area of 714 units squared. If you notice, a lot of the examples and a lot of the exercises will have you working with squares and rectangles. Don't forget that you could also be using trapezoids and triangles and other shapes like, and if you look through the examples, you'll see a lot of them are using the squares and the rectangles. Don't forget they could also have you using triangles, trapezoids, and parallelograms and having you use the areas for those as well.